before doing anything, always lock your door.
Because currently I'm alone at home, so I was just like going in and out of my room to make my door.
Just to make sure. Nanti hantu masuk kan kata, buat apa tu adik?
Trust me, that wouldn't be the way. They'd be like, I'm sure it's not healthy to masturbate that much.
No comment.
If you do anything, I don't mind that being like the cold open for the podcast.
Oh my god.
I'm so confused if the podcast is a live thing or recorded thing.
It's
I
a
don't know.
recorded thing, but I don't mind that clip being taken and used as the cold open.
Aduh. I'm not sure if I want to start here or not because we are recording, man. We're recording.
Oh no!
Again.
Yep, I think we have a cold open now.
Well, let's just start now. Okay, what's good, internet? And welcome to another episode of dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast, where we talk about the things that matters, video games, but not necessarily just video games.
Sometimes we talk about ghosts and them giving me health advice.
And liking anime titties on Twitter.
And complain about Grab.
Oh yeah. Oh man.
We'll save that for later. Okay, so presenting to you now is the lineup of panels. First up, we have the three lovely crew from gamermatters.com that have been here for the third episode in a row. First, we have one army roll. Wam, say hi.
Yeah, we haven't been arrested yet.
Next up
Yeah.
is Next up is Daniel of Flaky. Say hello, Daniel.
Hi.
I say hello. And last but not least, we have Zulhanan or Anan. Say hi, Anan.
Hello.
So we are not just three panels, one host. We also have a new guest for the episode. Woo! We have new guests. So everybody, please welcome Aiman from the ENG. Hello,
Yo,
Aiman.
what's up? Big Connect!
Bitcoin as in the torrenting?
Itu BitTorrent.
No, the blockchain
Did
stuff.
you say BitConnect or BitConnect? That's what I heard.
The guy say it that way, so you decide which is it.
I mean, we have health advice here, so you can consult Aiman for more advice regarding these topics. And last but not least, you have your lovely host Amirul Meck, Ashraf, or Meck. And let's get this show on the road. Whoo! That was an intro. So how you guys doing?
Doing fine.
Doing fine.
Yeah, boleh lah.
Boleh lah.
Man, why do you have so much energy? It's 10 p.m. and I'm like,
Dude,
I'm
youth man. I'm still young.
No, the thing is, how long did you stream? Just before this?
I only stream for 2 hours.
2 hours.
I'm
And you have another 2 hours to go with this podcast.
tak apa. I got time, man.
I've just been so tired. Like I don't know how you have the energy.
Mainly because the entire day I have nothing but a talk in my uni. So that's it. Like the talk started at 3, so the entire morning I just rest, play Far Cry, and then
So just another boring day lah.
not really boring lah. It's pretty eventful. Not okay. Gaming wise lah, eventful, but yeah, boring day.
The rest of the day is nothing but
Nothing much lah. That's why I'm not really that tired.
But Wam,
Lucky you.
you put something here in the docket in our list of things to talk about, which sounds rather intriguing. So I want to break the ice first by asking you, Wam, what's this? What's the case about this awkward Nene chicken story you have?
Right. This is why I don't like people, right?
Like,
So
I don't know
us?
what's a Nene chicken story. What's
exactly.
a Nene?
I have to start this. I have to start the story from the beginning.
All right.
So last Friday, I went out to lunch with my friends, and because I have only one class on Fridays, 8 to 10. And after that, I am free for the rest of the day. And I like to skip Friday prayers, but my mother doesn't know this. So,
Hashtag Sebuji Jemaat.
Oi!
and then, so I do this by just not being home for the entire duration of Solat Jumaat. So I was like, hey, do you guys want to go for lunch? And at first I thought like, oh, it's just going to be somewhere nearby because my friends doesn't go to Damansara. And then she was like, oh, there's this great Korean chicken place in DU called Nene Chicken. And she was like, there's only 2 Nene chickens in Malaysia. One is in DU and one is in Genting. And so we were like, okay, let's go to Nene Chicken. For the record, I don't even know why people like Korean chicken. I'm convinced it's just Korea booze.
Oh, it's Korean, alright. Korean chicken shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I go to the place. There's a long line because of course there is. And there's, I don't know, every Korean fried chicken place always has the group of like girls that are talking about BTS or something.
They all goes, sarang hai, ane yung.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
K-pop fan.
Are you Korea Buddha?
I'm a self-hating Korea boo, so it's okay. Then the line is long, right? And there's this cute girl comes up to us, and this is very important. The fact that she was cute, because the story would not have rolled out the way it does, was she not cute. And she goes, "Hey, are you interested in this app? What? I think I deleted the app already. It's called like Fave Pay or something like that."
Huh?
And and she's like, "Hey, you should try out this Fave Pay app to pay for your thing." And I'm like, I'm not really interested. She goes, "You get 20% off your bill if you try it." I'm like, "Okay, I'm interested. Let's do this."
20%. That's basically free.
Basically free. Well, so she's like, "Yeah, so you use it to pay with your debit card." And I was like, "Oh, so is it like a takeout thing? Like I order through the app and then like I just go to the counter and collect my thing?" I thought that's pretty cool. And she's doing this to us while we're in line, so my social anxiety is like going through the roof, right? Because I'm like, oh my god, am I going to be at the front of the line and still talking to this chick? Like, oh my god, no. And finally she's like, "Okay, so just make your order at the counter." I was like, "Okay, yeah." So I make my order at the counter, and she goes, "Now open your app and you type in, and now you just sit there and make awkward eye contact with the cashier while she checks her phone to see if your payment went through."
That's an interesting transaction.
And then your payment goes through, and then it's like, "Okay, yeah, done." I'm like, why? Why is this so complicated? Like, I could just give you my debit card and be like, "Yeah."
It's called the future of technology.
Well, the future sucks. If it wasn't for that
Pictures now,
20%.
man.
So if it was not a cute girl, this won't happen, huh? Basically.
That and the 20%, yeah, I guess, yeah.
And the 20%. Interesting how you cannot find a way out of that particular situation. Because the next thing we are going to talk about is the game called A Way Out.
Oh!
Hey! No,
That's why I was laughing. That's why I was laughing.
this is
I knew
dia.log. We try to do the best segues or the worst possible. So basically, this is why we have Aiman on board with this episode, because Aiman has been played A Way Out
Twice.
You
With
finished
two
both
different
times?
friends.
With two different friends. Much better, because I did play A Way Out, but I went through halfway. Basically, without spoiling stuff, I can say that I've played basketball. That's it. So is it halfway,
Tak
Aiman?
jauh lah.
Huh?
Or is it halfway there or still a bit further?
It's that's still more lah.
There's still more. Alright,
I
alright.
guess you can say it's halfway. It is probably halfway.
Around that
Yeah.
part lah.
Around
Okay.
that part.
Okay. So basically, let's set up the stage. So for listeners who are not aware of A Way Out, so this game,
Okay.
we'll get there. So A Way Out was created by these developers who were formerly developed the game called Brothers. Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. So this game is, well, as the name implies, has you play as two brothers, and
Not brothers. Oh wait, the brothers. Sorry.
no, I'm talking about brothers first.
Sorry,
Okay,
sorry.
we get it the way out. Sure. So this one is, yes, brothers. So basically, one half of the controller controls another brother, and half of the controller controls the other brother. So it's basically like dual analog stick co-op, and it captured a lot of the, what you say, it got a lot of buzz. It was a pretty, you can call it an ED darling lah. People really liked it. Though I would like to point out that this is not the first game that utilized this control. Do you guys know that there was a game called The Adventures of Cookie and Cream?
I feel like I've heard of
What?
Otherwise, titled as Kuri Kuri Remix. Go and Google first.
Kuri remix.
Kuri Kuri Mix or Kuri Kuri Remix? Kuri Kuri Mix. Or The Adventures of Cookie and Cream. Go on Wikipedia and check who was the developer.
Adventures of Cookie and...
For software.
It's like the Dark Souls of co-op games.
Oh my God.
Exactly. I'm not kidding you. I played this as a child, so when I look at brothers, oh, this was the idea from Software, but now it's more popular because it's basically controlled like that, and the idea of like partnering up with your co-op buddy is all there. So that's the setup for what the developers are. So basically, let's talk about A Way Out. Aiman, can you explain a bit about the setting of the game? How it starts?
So how it starts is like you have one person who's already in prison. His name is Leo. He's been sentenced in the prison for about 6 months already. Currently, the setting like when you start the game. Reason why is because he was charged with murder, and he said that he's not supposed to be in the jail because he didn't commit that murder, but he was framed because of it. And then there's another guy called Vincent who who just served his first day in prison, because like when you start, he's just going into the prison for the first time, getting all the clothes, getting to his cell and stuff. He was I think also framed for murder as well, if I'm not mistaken. And like what you have these two characters who will eventually meet up with each other and will begin to formulate a plan to get a way out
Of the prison.
Of the prison.
Alright.
Hey.
Okay, so
Is-
that's so.
Is the other dude trying to help the guy get out as well?
They're both helping each other getting out.
Oh, they're both in prison. Okay.
They're both in prison. Yes.
Okay. Well, technically, we're all in prison until we.
Okay, so far, any questions from the panel? You guys curious about the game right now, or should we go on?
I mean, like, what do you do in the game? Like, what's a like? Say you boot it up for just a random like half hour, like not the first half hour, but a random half hour of the game. What would you be doing in that?
Okay. So
Mhm.
in some segments, you would actually follow the storyline. You have to like, help each other out when it comes to situations like, let's say, you want to get this tool somewhere over there, and your buddy has to like help distract all the staff nearby so that your other buddy can go and take that tool. That's one part of the segment. That's also like a sort of a little bit open world, but like it's limited open world in a place where you can just screw around and play some piano and bass, or just play mini games like throwing darts or go fishing. There are like a lot of little mini games that just makes the game a bit more interesting. And it showed, and to those competitive players, they can just try to one up each other to see who has the highest score. Beats you.
Esports, way out esports.
From the laughter, from the laughter,
This one.
from the laughter, Aiman is saying that I can feel that I didn't watch the streams because I don't want to spoil myself, but I can guess that from the streams, those things happen. Okay,
I
so
beat them a bunch of times in mini games.
good. That's what I want to hear. So, in jokes. So basically, the best way I would describe A Way Out is it's an adventure game in the veins of Uncharted.
Yeah,
It's that kind of
yeah.
cinematic storyline, that kind of heavy. It feels like grounded, realistic in that sort of way.
Mm-hmm.
But don't expect a lot of like for Uncharted. The whole game is crutched around the gameplay
This,
of cover
yeah.
shooting, right, and
Mm-hmm.
platforming and a bit of puzzle solving. A Way Out is a little bit of everything. At one point,
Mm-hmm.
like I must say, at one point you are passing stuff uh to and fro each other to get past certain obstacles. And at one part you are free to just play around
Do
with
whatever
this,
you want.
do
Right.
whatever you want and fiddle around with the stuff around the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the best thing about A Way Out is because the game is strictly co-op, strictly two player only,
Mm-hmm.
and they utilize that gimmick well. I mean, it's not just like, oh, you have two players and you have the same skill set. No, sorry. There are times where you have to work together and you have this sort of abilities and this sort of abilities. So there's a lot of things like, oh, I need to do this, but my friend have to do that. It's a
Mm.
interesting. You don't see this kinds of gameplay around a lot in other games lah.
Mm-hmm. Not to mention also there's some places where you have to choose which way do you want to go. You have Vincent's way, which is the more rational way, and you have Leo's way, which is go in there and just screw around. Basically, it's like the reckless way lah. And like that also like there's a bit of replayability there because like the second time I play A Way Out, I wanted to go for the options that I didn't go for in the first time I played. So I want to see like what happens if I go in this direction. Does it change anything? And like it changes it changes the of course like the choices are different at the time when you were choosing it, but the outcome are still the same anyway. So yeah, but it's really interesting lah to be able to go back and replay that chapter.
So Telltale's choices matters lah.
Not really matters lah, but
Eh,
like
it
you know,
it doesn't. Yeah, the point is it doesn't really matter lah. But
yeah,
at the point, I mean, the journey you went through is actually different enough to warrant another playthrough.
yeah, yeah, it's different
But the
because
rest,
like. Hmm?
no, but the rest of the game is, as we've talked about, is strictly linear, right? Doesn't have
Yeah.
a lot of branchy paths or
No, 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 no.
on
Strictly
a
linear.
large open world. No, right?
No, 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 no. It's strictly linear.
Okay, so far panels, any questions?
Is there like, is it couch co-op? Is there couch co-op? Or does
There
it
is,
have to
there
be-
is,
Oh.
there is couch co-op.
I mean, technically,
When you
go.
sorry, when you when you open up the game, there's two options. You can play locally or you can play online.
Hmm.
How does that work for the online thing?
The online thing is actually pretty interesting because only one person has to buy the game, and the other person, like on PC, you download the Friends Pass, or on Xbox and PS4, you download the the demo or the trial version of the game.
Yeah,
So
same,
that
demo and
yeah,
trial.
so that when the person who bought the game, goes and he has to host the game and invite the other person who has the trial version or the Friends Pass, and there we go, you enter the game.
Yeah,
That's really
So
cool. I like that.
the other
Because
friends
most people
plays for
use
free.
co-op stuff. For...
yes, that's why Sam is really on board with this idea because he doesn't have to pay.
Because
Good
I
boy,
remember
Sam.
like back when almost every game had some kind of co-op mode just so that people would buy more. This place cheap.
Far Cry 5.
We'll get to that later. We hinting stuff here. Foreshadow. So,
Foreshadowing, and then we're gonna have like a climax. At the end, it's gonna reveal that Anan was the killer the whole time. Like, that's what this podcast is. Actually, a 12-part radio drama. We're only on part 3 right now.
Eat That Wolverine podcast.
Mm-hmm.
Back to that topic about the online connection. From my experience, it can be. I'd say the connections are pretty much okay, moderately okay. I've got a few disconnects with my partner when I
Mhm.
played the first time. How about you, Aiman? You've played with two different people, right?
only like the second person I got disconnected, but then that's mainly my fault because my internet likes to hiccup every now and then. So yeah, but other
Are
than
you
that,
on the great TM connection?
no, worse. Maxis fiber.
Oh no.
I'm sorry, Aiman. I've switched sides. We
I'm
usually
on
had
time
that
with you,
problem.
and it's
But
on
anyway,
time. Time is great.
yeah, great. Well,
If
it's
you
time
can
for me
have
to
it.
upgrade now. Anyway, uh, regarding connection wise, I don't really have that many problems besides that one. So yeah, I feel like the connection is pretty good. The only thing that I would like to criticize a bit is when I started playing the game for the first time, there were two audios, mainly because I was on Discord with Sam and also the audio that's playing in game. Well,
Uh,
I guess they didn't really thought about people using other voice calls back then, but it took us like 5 minutes to figure out how to disable the in-game voice call. But other than that, it's after that it's all good lah.
oh, that's an origin problem, right?
No, it's not really an origin problem. It's just that people who doesn't maybe didn't have Discord or Skype for whatever reason, there's an
Ah,
option there lah. But you can easily just disable the voice call and the voice call feature through Origins lah. So
gotcha.
it's not really that much of a bad thing. It's just like I'm being nitpicky now.
Calling back with the
That's
online
my job.
calling back with the online connection part. I think that the one thing that I noticed about the game is there's a lot of, you can say, quick time events, button prompts, right? I like that the game is very lenient on the timing.
Yes, yes, yes.
So because like when me and my partner, I literally just meet this guy on Twitter. We started contacting about like having like conversations.
So promiscuous, Meck.
No, we really just got the like contacted each other just for a way out. So basically, we are the Leo and Vincent lah. We don't know each other, but over time we start to develop this weird relationship. So one thing that stuck us was there's one moment where you have to time your actions together. I won't say much about it, but the at that time I was blaming like, oh, this must be the lag. We can't get the timing all together like simultaneously because it has this sort, you can say there's a window of the when you need to press the buttons. We just cannot get it run simultaneously at the same time. But then after a few tries, we start to get the hang of it. Basically we've developed that relationship, and because of the leniency of the buttons, we managed to get past that section and other sections to come afterwards.
I see.
So I'm some people might say, oh, this is easy mode, but I think there's another good option, good thinking from the developers. Is because they might be you need to compensate for lag and something on those lines lah, not just for because we want to make it casual and accessible.
Casual.
Casual. But in terms of in terms of complaints, I have one thing, but I guess this is the whole panel should share the same feeling. You know how Detroit feels weird controlling when you control the people, the person, right? A bit of tank controls, right? A way out.
Persistent.
At least a way out controls like normal. You don't press R2 to walk. But it does feel a bit clunky in terms of it doesn't feel as fluid. It doesn't feel like it isn't like Uncharted kind of fluid. But it still works out. You don't really need to move around a lot. So that's okay lah.
I play on PC, so I didn't really. I'm okay with the fluidity there. But since you play on PS4, okay, different case lah. So I can't really say much about that.
Okay, so basically that's a way out. Aiman, if you would rate a review of A Way Out, how do you score on a scale of 1 to 10?
8 or 9.
An 8 or 9? How about an 8.5?
8.5. Yeah, sure. 8.5.
No, because I was thinking from what I've experienced, like quote unquote halfway through the game, I would say it's an 8.5. Some people might be disappointed because the writing is not Oscar worthy. Sorry, Joseph, it's not Oscar worthy.
The writing is okay lah,
It's
but like,
okay, but
mm-hmm.
it's not like mind blowing. It's not. Don't expect like The Last of Us kind of quality here. It's fun. It's fun. It's fun kind of. You can see the story going from a mile away, but you'll just enjoy the ride.
Mm-hmm. Right? Yeah, the writing is nice. I mean, like, it's okay, but it's not, as you said, like, the quality is not really that really good, but it's decent enough. And not really saying any spoilers here because, like, I've experienced the endings already.
For context, I'm saying that because I've only played halfway. I didn't see the ending.
Yeah.
People.
No, I know.
Uh,
But like, from the ending wise, right? Like, to me, one of them is okay. The other one is a bit bland. So that's all I'm gonna say.
all right.
That's all I'm gonna say. Yeah, I'm not gonna spoil anything else.
Alright, probably I should see the whole thing finish and write a review afterwards. But there you go. This is what we've thought about. This is what we think about A Way Out. So if you haven't checked it out, go check it out. It's pretty cheap. 99 ringgit on PS4, 100 something on PC, I think.
And
Yeah.
if you friend bought it.
It's true.
How
Just
much?
find lonely people who bought the game and then
Yeah, looking for group A Way Out. I've only downloaded the trial.
NFT your way out.
So, there you go. So, after... You know what? I haven't figured out the segue for this one. So, I'm going to just let you guys down and let's move on to the next segment.
Next segment. No, we still have shit to talk about. Hold on. We need to talk about Grab. This. We need to go talk about Grab. Right?
Oh, yeah. You grabbing...
Oh,
So,
boy.
you grabbing the segment.
Yeah. I will not let this segment go until we've talked about Grab. So let me tell you a story. During CF last year, Gamer Matters were hanging around CF. I was there with my booth and stuff. We all went out for dinner. We all had fun. And then it was time to go home. So me and Daniel, we were trying to get a Grab home. And to the train stations, so that we could go home. Right? Then we couldn't get a Grab. No car wanted to pick us up. No one wanted to send us to the place. We had to call an Uber because, for those of you that don't know, the difference between Grab and Uber is that Grab drivers know where you're going ahead of time. Uber drivers do not. That way they have to take you. They'll only know where you're going when they take you. That way it's like you can argue about whether it's better to be pro rider or pro driver, but either ways, this gets more rides done. This is an indisputable fact. However, in recent news, Grab has bought over Uber. They call it a merger. It's not a merger. It's not called Gruber now. It's just Grab. And
They're grabbing the market.
Yeah, hostile
Yeah.
takeover.
Literally grabbing.
Hostile takeover. They have literally
No.
said
It's
that
sort of like
until
Uber
April
doesn't want.
7th.
They can be the opposite of Apple, though. They can just say you grab, not I grab, you grab.
No, the thing is,
Grab
they're not doing
you.
any of that. They're not doing any of that shit. They're just saying no, use Grab or else. That is what they have done now. And so many people look at me like I'm a soothsayer predicting the end of the world because I was very frustrated at this news because monopolies should never be encouraged. And everyone's like, "Oh, it's not going to be so bad." Last night I was at an event in Mid Valley until like really late, like 11:30. Couldn't get a Grab home because the service was down.
Well,
There I was, a person too pretty to be out that late and alone, suddenly unable to get a Grab back home. I was with my classmates. Thank God that Uber hadn't shut down yet. I managed to call an Uber back. So, like any responsible citizen, I sent out a tweet to Grab expressing my my distaste for the situation.
I need to grab that tweet for when I put the highlights for this podcast. So
I wrote, "Hey at Grab My, thanks for buying out all the competition, then having your system go down, leaving me and my friends stuck with no ride home. Hashtag all praise Monopoly."
that will literally be the thumbnail for that segment.
I have the same concern too when I read about the news like months before, where they already had the talks of buying
Yeah.
the Uber market share here. So when the deal goes through, I'm like, oh shit, it's gonna be monopoly. I don't know who else is gonna operate ride sharing.
I was optimistic because I thought like they were going to run the two services concurrently. Like you have like, okay, Uber is for the Damansara crowd, whereas like, you know, as in the kind of hoity toity types, the cool trendy kids, whereas Grab is for like the more bare bone service. I thought, okay, that would work. No, that's not how it worked. They were like, no, just fuck off, Uber. They sent me a tweet, by the way. They replied and said, "We're sorry. We're facing a technical glitch and it's been resolved now." Listen, I'm not gonna yell at a social media person for Grab because I know it's not their fault. But so Grab, as in the big wigs of Grab, I hope you're listening to this. I don't care if you're having technical issues while I'm being stabbed to death by the side of the road. Like, the fact of the matter is, you bought out your competition and then fucked up and forgot to get your service working. Be more competent if you're gonna try and rob us like that. And that's the Grab story. Screw competition and screw monopolies. Support competition. Someone else please start a good like Grab alternative.
Wait, isn't it like there's a Indonesian thing, bike
Gojek.
sharing app? Yeah, Gojek.
Bike sharing app, really. I carry like giant ass backpacks that would tip bikes over. That's not a great idea.
It'll be fun.
Public transportation problems only on dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast.
Oh man, Malaysia has no public transport problems. We have the father of public transportation. It's great. It's fine.
But do you count airports as public transportation? No, right? It's a
No.
kind of
No.
transport, right? But I want to talk about airports after this because the next story we have is an interesting one regarding the local fighting game community. And
It's FGC corner again.
this is the FGC corner. I have to put this because I went there and this is the segment where we talk about what we did the last 2 weeks. So I have to put one story, just this one story because this is interesting. Okay, so the last 2 weeks, there was this Street Fighter 5 tournament that was supposed to be held at KLIA 2, hence the airport, hence the segue. So this was supposed to be organized by World Game Museum. This is basically a kiosk at KLIA 2 where if you go there, pay a certain amount of rate there and you can play any kind of games there. They have like retro games like Nintendo 64 consoles. They have VR setups. They even have board games. So if you want to say pass the time while waiting for your flight, it's a pretty swell place to lepak, to hang around. So basically, the problem, they wanted to organize a Street Fighter 5 tournament. So over there, so basically the headline was the world's no the headline for Gamer Matters was the first fighting game tournament in an airport. Sounds interesting, right?
Ooh.
Right. And perhaps
Yeah.
one of the first in the world. So this is around all dandy and glory and stuff. But then, like 2 days before the event, one of the organizers have to post and say, sorry, we have to postpone the event, citing quote unquote administrative issues. And the FGC was
Drama.
basically like blew up lah for a while because this is a new organizer. So they have, these guys don't have any particular experience with handling tournaments, so they seek help with the FGC. And then when the FGC wanted to support and register for the tournament around, I think about more than 30. I think it was around 40 people registered for the tournament, and suddenly we have to postpone it. And the problem lies even further when these people, these folks, already took leaves from their work and are already planning for travel. They came, some of them coming from Kuantan Pahang, some other from JB, all to support FGC, all to support this tournament. This is the grassroots FGC. They come from a long way just to play a few rounds of Street Fighter, meet some friends, and then go back for one day. This is one day tournament. And it got a lot of flack, but of course, the FGC, these guys are smart. They have a plan B. So when these things happen, apparently like the Street Fighter tournament is supposedly to be held at KLIA, right? And then there's another tournament there. Not there. There was supposed to be another tournament for the FGC, but this one is for Tekken 7. And it was held at their quote-unquote headquarters at Geek Empire Ampang. Geek Empire. So, they decided instead of postponing, they just changed venues. So, everything was crisis averted lah. Everybody was happy and the tournament ran smoothly as expected lah after that. So, there you go. That's one story. Inside that one story, there's another story. Apparently, I saw two guys there. They wear this, these two yellow t-shirts that has the picture of Guile and basically lifting a tea bag from a teacup. You can see it from our outline there.
Clicking it now.
Yeah. So basically, I was curious, what the hell was happening here? This was supposed to be in joke, but then I dig deeper, and suddenly I discovered this what I want to call as the Teabag Saga in the Malaysian FGC. So apparently, the story goes like this. There's one YouTuber, or basically just one member of the FGC lah. He likes to post his fighting game videos on YouTube, but he's not like these veteran guys that like know what's a meaty combo, what's a bread and butter, how do you do those kinds of advanced stuff that like pro players or basically competent fighting game players do. This person is basically a scrub like you and me. Like, do you know the difference between 5-frame medium punch on this character? This is not our kind of conversation lah. This is those FGC guys. So when this guy keeps on posting these kinds of videos, the FGC is kind enough to give advice lah to help him get good. But he takes it personally, thinks it is attacking him personally. But still, he keeps on posting, he keeps on streaming, and until a few I think a few months ago, he started to attend tournaments. And of course, as you expect, with his level of play, of course you get bodied. I know that feeling because I actually entered one of the FGC tournaments. Of course I got bodied. 0-2, man. 2 matches and out. Nothing, no wins. I was basically just a stepping stone for them to move into the brackets.
Yeah, you helped one guy get another round up.
Exactly. So that's the kind of situation he felt. And it's normal. It's normal to lose. But he takes it a bit personally because after the tournament, he posted on Facebook, he complained. He felt that someone is attacking him personally again. I probably paraphrase it, but it's basically the same sentiment lah. And basically that his opponent not only beated him, but also teabagged him. Basically pressing down, 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 down continuously. So that's a teabag, if those who don't know. It's popular in other games and it has also entered into fighting games as of recently. So he feels like offended. And to put salt into the wound, that person is allegedly a sponsored player.
The Teabag is a sponsored player.
You can see where this goes, right? Okay, so things are heating up. Because he said that that person wears the, the esports jersey, right? So he's allegedly a sponsored player. So to stop, to quell the crisis, one of the big men in the FGC, okay, stepped up. He provided a clear statement. He apologized to the person. Okay, so this is a we apologize about his experience with the tournament. But then he clarified who that person is. One, that person is not a sponsored player. He just wears that jersey. Two, that person is a 10-year-old kid. I repeat, that person is a 10-year-old kid. The guy that bodied that salty person. He's just a kid. And he got salty. He got salty because he was teabagged by a 10-year-old kid. and
That's
and the,
amazing.
and the problem is because of that he need to clarify that the FGC need to clarify this. The cat's out of the bag. He now get even more humiliated, man.
How do you lose 2 fights in one game?
I mean, to be frank, I've played with that boy. He's pretty good. I got body as well.
That's why he played one like game of Street Fighter and he somehow lost twice because he lost the Street Fighter game and then he lost the wine game.
Exactly. He lost the mind game, is it? Because
The wine game, not the mind. Well, he probably lost the mind game too.
the wine game. Oh, the wine game. Okay, we got so 3 interpretations of that. So it's a lot of recurring storylines there, and because there was an issue in the FGC one time where a tournament was they wanted to ban teabagging because it's offensive.
Yeah,
But
I agree with that. Yeah.
okay, you agree with that, right? But in during the during those kind of discussions, one of the developers of that particular fighting game for that tournament, it was a developer for Killer Instinct. That tournament is for Killer Instinct. So one of the developers said, "No, don't ban it because that's part of the game. Because if you if you get offended from just looking at a person crouching over and over again, you lose the mind game. You are weak. You easily can get into the mind of the opponent. The opponent can get into your mind. So, and a lot of the fighting game community agrees that even though this kind of this kind of acts can be seen as disrespectful, but it is part of the FGC. It is the thuggery in FGC. So in the end, it was kept, and sometimes you can see the tea bags happening here and there. Sometimes.
Here's my counterpoint, right?
All right.
On teabagging. Like, it's not so much. I mean, first off, it's interesting that the devs for Killer Instinct would say that because Killer Instinct has the ultra combos, which are like the best kind of teabagging because they require so much skill. Like, because the ultra combo is like you at the end of the game, at the end of the match, you can just keep a combo going for as long as you want, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's like the problem with teabagging is that it's low effort,
True.
And it's not entertaining to watch. It's not entertaining to do. And if you use mind games as a justification, because you're not allowed to touch the other player either. I remember watching like one Street Fighter game where the dude like patted the other dude on the shoulder and he got a warning for it. I can't remember which game it was, but yeah. So it's not like there's no precedent, I'd say like let FGC be thuggery, but then be high quality thuggery. Like come up with a new way to piss people off that isn't just leave teabaggings for FPSs. That's what I'd say.
I mean, at least in terms of the teabagging, the best way to defeat to disrespect the teabagger is actually to just win it fair and square. And those kinds of things can happen and do happen. So it's just part of the FGC right now.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. It Yeah, some people can see it as a bit more but it's not just part of the culture. So basically that picture of that two dudes is basically they're holding a smartphone, right? I cannot get the picture is at the shown in the smartphone clear. It was a writing of hashtag for Adam, that kid, that 10-year-old kid that teabag that guy. So
And
it
then,
all
I
wraps
see.
real
around.
life.
That's how the teabagging crisis, the teabagging saga concluded. So basically, they are supporters of this 10-year-old kid. Basically, a wonder kid. This kid, he's been sticking around with the FGC crew for quite some time. So maybe in 5 or 10 years time, you'll see him at Evo. He's pretty good. He bodied me. So it,
Yeah,
it
but
goes
it's
without
just the
saying.
Spanish. It's not that hard to do.
So there you go. Don't If you ever felt disrespected, it's okay to complain, but don't have it like bite you in.
Don't tantrum. That's the thing. Don't
Mm,
tantrum.
true.
There'll be a special snowflake. That's all.
Yeah. I remember once Cineleisure had this 4 Street Fighter arcade cabinets, and they were the kind of cabinets that no, they were the single player cabinets, but so all 4 could connect with each other or whatever, right? But
Yeah,
the
yeah.
benches were all big enough for 2 people. So I went there to play with my friend, and I get bodied all the time because I'm terrible at fighting games. And so after that, my friend continued to play with like the randos that kept coming, and so there would always be this like big buff dudes, big size dudes playing Street Fighter, and then some of them would have their girlfriends next to them, sitting using the extra space on the bench. That was where I was. I was like in the girlfriend spot for my friend, just like listening, watching him play Bison and like wrecking people, and then just like yeah. And I'm like looking at the girlfriends as well. They're like, oh, you're here too, supporting your partner, and I'm like, yeah, I think pretty much that's what's happening here. This is how that relationship works.
And
Man, I'm terrible at fighting games.
same too. We are like a far cry from those pro FGC players. And talking about far cries,
The fourth again. It's fine. It's fine.
Aiman, sorry for the FGC segment. It's a recurring segment in our podcast.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay.
I enjoyed the
Got
Teabag
PK
story.
corner yet. Yes.
That's the FGC corner. So let's get Aiman back in the fold. We are now talking about Far Cry 5, which none of the panels have played. So that's why we have you here. Basically, we outsourcing. So Aiman,
So, huh?
you've played Hold on. Breaking
Okay.
news. Marvel Spider-Man for the PS4 is coming out on September 7.
Ooh.
September
I-
7.
Don't care about that game. So
Yeah, probably watch it with Leslie.
what, sir?
Watch a Let's Play. From
Watch a Let's Play.
Mm.
Okay, moving on. Aiman, you've played a lot of Far Cry before?
Yep. I played Far Cry since the third game, and I got addicted to it because of that.
Okay. So you started with the modern Far Cries, because Far Cry 1 and 2 are totally different beasts.
Yeah. I noticed. The reason why I got Far
Far
Cry 3 was because there was a discount. So I
So-
tried it out.
How do
Did
you
you
feel?
play Blood Dragon?
I like it so much that I decided to go play it again on a harder difficulty.
ooh,
100% completion, might I add, for both times.
Wow.
I was that addicted.
Was that Far Cry 3 or?
That was Far Cry 3. Yes.
Far Cry 3 Blood
I was
Dragon.
gonna say if you've got 5 at double 100%, then you may have a problem.
If you reach 100% in Ubisoft games now, you have a problem.
So
Well, I'm trying to finish this at 100%. So
how do you enjoy it so
Yeah.
far, Far Cry 5? Is it
Far Cry, it's different compared to like the other ones because there are some aspects that they decide to remove. I'm not sure if it's for the better because I do miss those ones, but uh I don't mind these new things that they added to the game lah.
okay?
It's still Far Cry because I still get to kill people and with various weapons, but they they started to go to the meme side a
Huh.
bit with this game because there's a like when you go to the weapon store, the one of the prestige weapons is literally a shovel with a smiley face on it, and the shovel's name is called Optimism.
I don't get it.
Literally, the shovel's name is called Optimism, and and it's literally a shovel spray painted yellow with a smiley face on it.
Yeah. Okay, I thought like there was a pun hidden in the word optimism. Okay.
Nah,
Yeah.
it's
So
just goofy
basically,
stuff.
yeah, basically you can just go around spreading positivity with that shovel.
Ah.
Shoving positivity up anyone's ass.
Mm.
Mm.
So how different is Far Cry 5 compared to like previous Far Cries? Far Cry 3 and 4 specifically. Spasms.
English.
Okay,
The
you know
Shashu.
that Far Cry meme where you go hunt for the rarest animal in the game just to upgrade your wallet, right?
Yeah.
That's basically Far Cry. Yeah. That aspect is no longer there anymore. You don't
Oh,
upgrade your wallets or bags or whatever by hunting animals because makes sense. America doesn't really have that many exotic animals anyway. So uh, instead, what they do is every time you hunt down an animal, you can sell the skin to get money for you to buy weapons or cars or helicopters or boats or fishing rods. Because apparently fishing rods now a thing. Fishing
with
is now a thing in Far Cry 5.
with multiple fishing rods.
You can buy there's two fishing rods that you can buy and the other two you have to unlock if you decide to go fishing. So
Okay. All right.
mhm.
Every game needs a fishing game now.
I guess they started to
you-
follow Final Fantasy and way out with that. But yeah.
Warframe
You
also
have
have
to-
fishing now.
Oh, dude, can we talk about Warframe? I love Warframe fishing. Like, it is the most like when they said they were adding fishing to Warframe, I was like, oh no, it's gonna break the pace of the game. But they somehow made like it still feels like Warframe when you fish in Warframe.
The new end game, man. The new end game is fishing.
Yeah, man. All hail Volt, the fishing god.
We need to do a best category for this year's game of the
Fishing
year.
game.
Best fishing game.
Yeah,
And
pretty
it's not
much.
a fishing game.
Put that in the list.
Oh man, fishing in Monster Hunter is actually not bad either.
Wait, Monster Hunter also has fishing.
Monster Hunter's always had fishing, yeah.
Oh, okay, this is new to me.
But now that the game is like prioritizing like openness so much, you can actually just stand in a lake and fish while you're in the lake. Great.
Okay,
Huh.
so about other. Oh, is it Far Cry 5 don't have those kinds of the radio towers things now?
Oh yeah, they don't. No, they don't. They no longer have those radio towers. Because like Far Cry 3, right? In the context of radio towers, if you liberate a radio tower, you're able to like unlock a certain region of the map where you can see all this specific highlights of the map. They don't have that anymore. They don't have that. They don't have the diamond shaped loot. Where you have this diamond shaped loot. If you buy a map in Far Cry 4, you can sometimes see this diamond shaped loot where you can open and get some loot and money while you're at it. They don't have that, but instead they made it better by calling it prepper storage area. It's basically like a better version of that lah. It's no longer a box. It's like a bunker where people store their monies and perk magazines. Perk magazines being used for perks for you to upgrade your skills. That's what you're using to upgrade your skills lah. So yeah, they upgraded that into that, and Regarding the skills, also they changed it a bit too. You no longer gain XP from killing enemies. Instead, you had to go through those prepper stash to get 3 perk magazines, which is like 3 skill points to add to your skill tree. Or you can complete challenges that are available in the game, like skinning deers, or get a lot of headshots, or get a lot of kills with your recruits, just to get more perk points lah. Which is interesting indeed. Which means you gotta grind a bit more if you wanna get all your skills lah. I still haven't get all my skills
How do
yet.
you say you don't get XP from kills?
You
So
don't.
what are you grinding? Or so you have to just capture more bases?
You have to go through the you have to first talk to some random civilian who has that diamond shaped thing on their head to know the locations of the prepper stash, and then go to the prepper stash, and then that these prepper stash are different lah, because like some of them you have to like find where the prepper stash is. Some of them will have you to solve a little bit of problem here and there, and some of them even you have to go through a haunted house, which has 8 references in there. Pennywise.
Can you find them without talking to the dudes? Or do they just not exist until you talk to the dude?
They don't exist until you talk to the dudes. I mean, it won't take you too long. You can skip dialogue as well if you're if you're not interested in any of that. But yeah, you have to like talk to them. You have to talk to NPCs to find out locations of some side missions, prepper stash, and outposts. Yes, even outposts.
That's tying that much stuff to talking to NPCs is kind of.
They normally have that logo up lah. They're like they will have like the respective logos up on your head if you want to figure out where all this are lah. But after talking to a lot of NPCs for like in one region, after I finish that region and go to the other region, I don't have to talk to that many NPCs anymore because I assume I've already uncovered all the places lah. I guess so. It's only for like a short while. You just need to talk to like, I don't know, 50 NPCs.
Oh boy.
Yeah, but hey, the skip feature is there, so use that, I guess.
I think you're misunderstanding the griping here. It's not that we don't want to talk to the NPCs,
But it's like
listen,
a hassle
it's
lah.
the effort of having to seek out 50 NPCs.
Oh, they appear randomly. Even if like you save this guy from being in prison or being tortured, then suddenly poof, that logo pops up in their head. And you're like, oh, okay, might as well talk to you.
That makes
You don't have to hunt them down. They're just there. They appear when like suddenly there.
I feel like that's somehow even worse because now I can't even control when find them.
How about the co-op, Aiman? Have you messed around with it?
No one has a lot of money to buy that game, so I'm the only player.
You cannot share Far Cry 5, right?
It's not like a way out, man. It's not like a way out. Were you talking about Ubisoft here?
And there's also this weird feature called the Far Cry Arcade. You can create maps and play with them.
It's kind of like it's the same as Far Cry 4, really. Because Far Cry 4 also has community maps.
Alright.
Yeah, but I haven't tried it out yet because I'm busy grinding in story mode. I'm more interested in story mode rather than the arcade anyway.
Speaking on the story mode, how do you think about, the setting and the story? Some people find it a bit meh because it's quote unquote not saying enough or not saying anything. How do you find it so far?
Story is meh. Yeah, I agree lah. Story is not really that good, but you do have that occasional typical Far Cry being drugged and then being sent to a different world entirely, and then just talk. And there's this villain talking to you like, hi, the gospel talking to me, whatever. Yeah, you still have that. So I'm happy they still have that drugged feature, really.
Alright, so have drugs, good.
Yeah, that's drugs. That's literally drugs. Literally, you go to Face region, you can even hear her speaking in your head, and then like, if she decides that you've been doing enough no-nos, your screen will literally become white, and then you hear her voice, "Welcome to the bliss," and then you see her, and she goes,
Okay.
and you're in bliss.
Maybe too much drugs.
Every fucking time. Speaking about drugs, right? I saw this video on Facebook where after you upgrade your fast drug and your furious drug, fast drug being you're able to like sprint faster, and furious drug meaning you're more stronger. After you have upgraded that in one of the side missions, you can literally go ham. So my hunting spree, right, was not being used. I didn't use any snipers, any weapon, any like guns and all that. Right, I used my shovel to go hunting.
World
See,
War One style, man.
yeah, see, you get double the loot if you kill them without guns, right? Like with bows or with crossbows, maybe, and even melee. I guess since they now have melee in Far Cry 5. So you combine fast and furious together, and you'll be a speed demon who can literally one shot anything. Anything.
That's
I repeat.
amazing.
So
Yeah.
that's how my hunting spree is like. I have Boomer just map out every single animal that's like literally near to me. I use both of those drugs and I just go ham. I ended up making $8,000 when I sell all my loot,
Oh,
which is pretty a lot.
you've ended up with a good boy. Good choice.
8,000
is a
is a
good
lot.
boys.
Mhm.
8,000. Oh man, I still remember. I almost platinumed Blood Dragon a few years ago, but money was the biggest problem. Just like grinding for money in Blood Dragon is the boring shit, especially after you've beaten the game because enemies are so few.
Right.
The only two achievements I'm missing was like all weapon upgrades and headshot one of every type of enemy because I think I couldn't get the last enemy to spawn anymore because I'd beaten the game already.
I have never get all achievements in any game except for Cuphead.
If you want a cheap experience, Nier Automata because you can buy all the achievements in the game.
What?
No kidding.
I love that feature in the game. It's literally just like you meet a character and she's like, "Yo, you've done all the playthroughs for this game. You want to just buy the remaining achievements you're probably missing."
Wow.
And that's
And so
why.
there's-
And that's why
that's why I
Nier
thought Game of the
Automata
Year.
is the game of the year
Yeah.
for Game of Matters.
So like you can like chapter select to grind money because your money will stay static. So there's this whole tactic is like there's a huge event that happens during one of the playthroughs. So if you buy this item before that event, when you go to the shop after the big event, the item's value like triples or something like that. So you just keep doing that to make money.
Wow.
Yeah, then you just buy all the achievements and then you're done. You platinum the game.
Amazing.
It's great.
Amazing.
So have we sold one copy of Nier Automata today?
I hope so. I've only ever platinumed 2 games: Nier Automata and Gundam Dynasty Warrior. Yeah, the Dynasty Warriors Gundam Reborn. Yeah, that game is an easy platinum, but it is a time-consuming platinum because essentially everything in the game is tied to these cards. Like when you unlock the Astray Gundam, you get the Astray Gundam card, and so 99% of the achievements are tied to getting all the cards, and the last one is like spend X amount of money in the game or whatever. But to get the cards, for every mobile suit in the game has like 3 cards attached to it. It is unlocking the mobile suit, getting 1,000 kills in the mobile. No, it's getting 500 kills in the mobile suit and getting 1,000 kills in the mobile. And if it's a main character mobile suit, it'll be like higher or lower than that. And then every pilot in the game has the same requirements. And so 4 months of my life, actually no, I think it was 6 months of my life was spent with my friend coming over almost every weekend and us just playing split screen trying to unlock all the achievements in the game.
I see.
Yeah, it's a chore, but when you have a friend to do it with, it's just like yeah, well, what are we targeting this weekend? Oh, I was thinking we'd finish all the Zeta Gundam suits this weekend. Okay, cool, let's do that. And just order food and die inside as you as you try to make the gun cannon work. The gun cannon is the worst mobile suit in the history of forever.
And this is why I don't hunt for achievements.
I don't hunt for platinum trophies, but I like to get as many achievements as I can. Like I'm doing
I
that with
agree.
Monster Hunter now. I'm trying to get all the non-RNG achievements in Monster Hunter.
That's why I decided to platinum Cuphead because that's only 28, and I went for it.
I think Undertale also doesn't have that many achievements either.
Not sure, but we're going really off topic, huh?
Man,
That's the podcast.
Biasa.
nah, going a bit. You can say that we went a bit of far cry from our main topic. It was a
Are we still talking about Far Cry?
You can see the collective sigh here. And that's why we have Aiman here, because if not, we are not talking about this. So
I
just
only brought that segue because I thought we were done.
nah, because I just want to ask one thing, Aiman. So
Mhm.
for let's say here, would you recommend Far Cry 5? And to who you would recommend it?
Far Cry 5, right? Okay, I
Mhm.
would recommend Far Cry 5 if you love the franchise. I won't recommend Far Cry 5 if you're in it for the story. Don't do that. Instead, go for Far Cry 3. That has way better story than Far Cry 4, Primal, and Far Cry 5. All
Yeah.
combined.
I agree.
But does it have a better story than Blood Dragon? That's the important.
Oh, okay. This is getting tough.
Better story than Blood Dragon. Maybe a bit. Maybe a bit. Like a little tiny 0.00 bit.
So that means it has a segment where you ride a dragon called Badass.
Okay, never mind. It's not.
And there you go. So that's basically the main part of the podcast. And now we are going to move on to something special that can only happen at this time of day, at this time of week, localized into a very specific podcast. Did I do a never mind. That was not intentional. And it's that was totally not intentional. So this is a very specific segment for today, for this episode, which will be called Rate That Joke. Tadam tam
Where
tam
did
tadam.
Rate us, please, on iTunes. And
So basically, we've just passed April the 1st, and as we all know, April 1st is full of fake news.
cannot. We can't even talk about it anymore. We
Oh.
don't want to get arrested.
This
For 6 years.
some of the 25 items that I've listed out, some of them are considered illegal after this in Malaysia. but if we can take it as a funny little haha, I want to know from the panel which of these are funny, are just fake news, or should be real if it's not. Okay, so okay. Alright. So let's okay, so hold on. There's another new entry. Put a link in there and we'll consider it.
Okay.
Alright. So first part, the first thing on the docket, Mega Man Date My Robot Master. It's a dating sim based on Mega Man.
Ooh.
Why not? The question is why not?
Which is why.
Why? Why not? So, how do you guys rate this? Is it a funny joke? Is it just fake news? Or do you guys want it to be real?
Funny joke.
At least someone will do it.
What is it? So describe it for the audience. Like just describe it for the audience.
Alright, so I'll just read some of the excerpt here. Get equipped with love. Mega Man Date My Robot Master is a fresh new take on a classic Mega Man experience. It's the year 20XX. The world breathes a collective sigh of relief now that Mega Man has once again put an end to Dr. Wily's plans for world domination. But then, a mysterious new transfer robot joins the ranks of Robot University. Learn to navigate the robot society and get to know 8 different robot masters from classic Mega Man adventures in this unique visual novel set in the Mega Man universe. Placed in the metal shoes of a new student assembled by Dr. Light himself. It's up to you to learn about the secrets of the university and maybe, if you're lucky, find love along the way.
So
Yeah.
it's a Mega Man dating sim.
Mhm. Spoiler
I
alert,
mean,
we'll see this a lot.
yeah,
I don't see any reason why like no hardcore fans who into visual novels would not make it from one dream of it.
You know what's funny? At this point, Mega Man fans, they would just be like, as long as you're making a Mega Man game, please.
Yeah.
But then there's gonna be a sudden twist at the end, and then everyone go just Woodman, just Woodman, just Woodman.
But and then there's a final this. Oh, this is the real Mighty Number 9 we are doing. Oh shit!
I'll take it that this is that we want this to be real. Alright. Next.
No, wait, I'll like just say something about it. Like, people like making fun of the husbando culture of video games. So because of that, like I feel just making fun of it isn't good enough. Like make it real. Like go all the way. Like just saying like, haha, wouldn't it be great if you could date robot masters? Not good enough anymore, internet. Not good enough anymore.
You already have
Make an actual
autofiltration.
functioning game. Yeah. Pandaria that shit.
Okay,
Make that shit real.
okay, the second one is halfway there. Because it's not a full game, but it was shown on the live stream. So
Oh.
this is Beamdog's Sword Coast High.
Actually
Beamdog's
looks really good.
Teamdog is basically the team that are remastering, or is it, or the caretakers, I would say, on the Neverwinter Nights games and Baldur's Gate, I think. So they are the caretakers of a lot of old CRPGs right now lah. And they made this very nice looking medieval, no, not medieval team. It's a high school visual novel, and there are orcs and elves in there. That's how I would describe it.
This looks really good. Like, why not just make it a game? Again, why do visual novels have to be a thing we make fun of when they could actually be good? Like, this is gorgeous art. I'm just looking at the background art. Holy shit, this is amazing.
Yeah, that Sword Coast High. And they actually live stream the whole thing. It's not really a full game, but they show a good concept here.
Yeah, just why not? I mean, I'm sure there's a market for non-anime style visual novel, and this would be great for it because it's
There's
got
a
like
market for visual novel itself.
Period. And
yeah, I'm saying like specifically non-anime ones because yeah, of course there's a market for visual. Otherwise, there wouldn't be so many fucking visual novels.
There's a new one every day on Steam. Like, oh shit, new VN, to the point where I'm tired of looking at
Honey
it.
Pop.
I don't mind them making visual novels. Just someone hire me, please. I need money to buy board games.
I mean, we can just say it now that we all want visual novels that are in the list to be real. So let's just go ahead and say the next, the third in the list is Let It Date.
Another visual novel?
Another visual novel.
Get all the visual novels done at once. I feel like that's possible.
I don't know why they think that doing a visual novel is a joke. Do it now. Do it as a real thing. People buy it though.
Using one of their games, the actual games, can it just die? Can we let it die?
Good man. So Let It Die is, yeah, you can date Uncle Death, the mascot of the I would say a roguelike Souls-like game, action game.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, right? And Uncle Death is pretty likable. So who don't want to date him?
Yeah,
You know,
just let us date him then. Just make it a game.
Come again, Dina?
Yeah, I had a feeling that this might be in the next Travis game. Travis
Strikes
hero
Again.
game, I think.
No more
Yeah,
heroes.
Travis Strikes Again. Yeah. No more heroes. I don't think that it might be in the Switch one because they are mixing genres in that one.
Hmm. But we all want it to be real. But do we want the next in the list to be real? This is the Horizon Zero Dawn Nil Body Pillow.
Oh,
Mm,
Oh,
I
look
mean,
at this hunk of a man.
again, like I don't see why we have to like. I get haha funny body pillow, but at the same time, just make it, you cowards. Just make it. Go all the way.
I mean,
Not
I've
enough.
seen. Sorry, I've seen a
It's,
professional player who has a body pillow of McCree.
yeah, that's the other thing. It probably already exists. There's
Mm-hmm.
probably already someone out there.
Jokes on you, it's already exist.
And in Overwatch League, there's also a player who he used to bring body pillow during tournaments. His name is Janus from UXL, I believe. Yeah, one of his playstyles is like bring body pillow to the booth itself.
And then
James?
if
You mean
I
the
commission
Zenyatta
an
player?
artist,
Sorry?
Sorry,
no,
the
no, you're
Zenyatta
not.
player?
No, he's a Winston player.
Oh,
Janus, in
Janus,
UXL.
Janus, not
Janus.
Jonas. Okay.
Yeah, Anan, if I commissioned an artist to make you a graphics card body pillow, would you keep it?
Oh yes, of course. For sure, bro. For sure.
Dude,
Nvidia GTX 1080 Ti
dude,
Daki
no.
Kumura.
Give me that. I'll pay you.
Buy
Screw
two.
that.
Buy,
No,
you can budu and then sell lie.
no. I disagree. Give me a unified body plate. You
Fine.
Oh god.
100 Mbps. Thank you. Get me out of this Max's shithole. I can't download games for shit. 1.1 Mbps. Are you kidding me?
Okay, so the next one on this list is another body pillow. Adult
and-
clone and Ed.
And also a good concept for a game, which basically calls Hado Stone. So it's a Street Fighter 5 team card game featuring Ed, one of the new characters in Street Fighter 5. And if you
Ooh,
haven't looked at
dreamy.
him, he is very dreamy. He doesn't look as dreamy as this in game. He has a weird costume that looks like Bison because he is one of the Bison's minions.
Oh.
So this is a very flattering image of him. And of course, they put a body pillow as one of the merchandise.
Again, it's not enough to say it anymore.
Just
Guys,
make it, right?
Make it. You just make it.
No, because
Cowards.
people will literally throw money at these things.
Yeah, I don't even know Ed existed before this, and now I kind of want an Ed body pillow. You know, just saying.
Hmm.
just wait for
Cowards.
CF.
Oh man,
Yeah.
CF, the amount of body pillows there is.
Listen, I'm not saying that I would buy an Ikuno body pillow from Darling in the Franks, but if there was one, it would take a lot of self control to not buy one. Just saying. Okay, so what do we have next? Nvidia. I know we have Rock Band 4 meditative mode.
And that link is wrong. Let me get the real thing. So basically, it's a new mode. I need you guys to listen to this one because it's based on listening. Hold on. Let me pick this up. Talk among yourselves.
See, I like just from this title, this is the kind of April Fool stuff I like. Like, okay, we're gonna make fun of something in our game. Like, here's like the body pillow dating sim. It kind of it's almost mean spirited. Like they're making fun of their fans that want to fuck their characters.
Mhm.
I mean, like, you have to understand how a lot of the reason Horizon Zero Dawn is still alive is because of the thirsty fans. Like, you don't think the term Baloy came out of nowhere? No. Because
Okay, it's in the chat.
it's in the chat.
And I
Cool.
fixed the link. So, okay, imagine those the game Rock Band, all with the rhythm highways and stuff like that. Right? But instead
Mhm.
of rock songs, you're basically getting yoga instructions.
What the fuck?
mindfulness.
A moment.
Wow. You know what would make this even
Feel the
better?
weight of your chucks
ASMR.
on the floor,
It's
Like,
basically
Oh,
ASMR.
yes.
True.
Yes.
It's
Breathe
like,
in.
on your head.
I'm cutting the carrots now.
Breathe
And you have to press square. Chuk, 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 chuk,
To
chuk,
the
chuk.
top,
Viewers, today we're going to
extending down your
touch
arms
my cup.
to your hands on the guitar.
Rock band ASMR. I would pay for that.
I cannot.
Again, do it, companies. Get to it. It's
Okay, is this funny?
Now, count
What?
your breathing.
the
Rock band.
The concept is funny, but I just want some calm music in rock. In it.
I mean, it's funny that you want it to be real. So I guess both of them.
This thing, is April Fool's ever funny anymore? I don't think so. It's usually just it's either why isn't this already real or that was almost offensive. That's
I think we'll get it into the jackpot later on. But first, this is the 7 on the list. Nvidia GeForce Academy of Gaming. I don't
again,
think this is
sounds like
funny.
something real that might happen. That sounds like didn't they actually do that at some point?
PGSS.
Okay, welcome to the Ultimate Gaming Academy. We prepare students to make meaningful contributions to the gaming world as engaged personalities and leaders. Class is down in sessions. Some of the classes include hardware studies, esports management, which is actually a real thing right now. This is real. Why you put a joke here?
It would be fun. This is the thing Nvidia would do. It would be funny if it was like Razer did this. Because Razer has like the douchey reputation. So that it would have been funny if Razer did this.
Okay, so
Razer should do it actually.
this is fake news because the next is Razer's prank of the day. Razer Venom V2.
What is that? I don't even know what that is.
So the link I got here is not directly from Razer. It's another news article, but the headline says it all. Venom V2 turns gamers into homicidal demigods with mad skills. With a Z at the end.
It
So
basically
basically
turns
fast
you
and
into
Okay.
game.
Basically a serum.
It's you're Bane. That's what you are. You turn into Bane.
Yes.
Basically, the Fast and Furious drugs in Far Cry 5. One shot everything with shovel.
This is drugs. Straight away drugs. This is not supplement, it's drugs. Razer is selling drugs.
See,
Bad.
this is kind of funny again because Razer has a douchey reputation. Like if any company was gonna sell me drugs and say it makes me a better gamer, it would be Razer.
Mm-hmm.
Anan don't like it?
That one thing that I'll take from this Razer Venom is that they have an offer for a full set of gaming if you register. So I registered in case it's real. that the thing is real, but the giveaway is real. In case of the giveaway is real, I'll have a chance for it.
The next time we see Anan, he's gonna be roided out.
Oh god.
You see my blood vessels going green now.
Yeah, man, it's like Razer. That is actually a really interesting thing. The fact that they added something you actually wanted to it, so that you take part in the joke. That's actually really, really creative.
Okay, that's nice. Good point. Alright, how about this one? So PlayStation is inventing a new type of play, which is a board game. A PlayStation board game.
Here's the thing. The article is funny. I'm looking at it now. The
Alright,
article is because it's like zero AI, non-animated graphics. Like that's kind of funny.
Alright,
Other than that, it's just like
it's a fun concept. Let me just read it up. Ever wish your PlayStation gaming experience was little less digital and a whole lot more analog? With the all-new non-animated graphics and zero AI, PlayStation the board game will let you experience the mild thrills of moving game pieces on cardboard. Who needs a headset when you can just shout angrily at your friends across the table? PlayStation the board game features a few bullet points here. A non-4K resolution game board. Pens and paper to draw your own trophies. Rule books, 6 of them in fact. Intense local multiplayer action for up to 4 players. Large and small dice. So many dice. Look out for PlayStation the board game. The video game coming soon. Okay, that the end one is a bit cheeky there.
Yeah, so the article is nice. The article is very cheeky, very like.
I think this is funny.
This is funny.
This is a good joke.
Yeah, same.
It's a good joke. Like
Yeah.
someone put effort into that, so that's
What got me is the PlayStation, the board game, the video game.
yeah. That's,
I didn't see that coming. I saw that non 4K. All right, that's a good one.
yeah, that is genuinely
Okay,
great.
10 on the list is also something physical, and it's a is an action
Oh
figure
my
of
God.
Platinum Games CEO and President Kenichi Sato.
Technically, also a character in Nier Automata. He's,
Is there right?
he's a secret. He's a secret boss in the game. Yeah,
Alongside that Square Enix CEO, right?
yeah. They
Uh,
tell you CEOs are some of the most powerful people on the planet.
so now you can have one in your home. I mean, look at the
Including SME
poses.
Automata.
And it would be great if it was to scale with the Revoltech 2B coming up. That would be amazing.
Oh, put two and two together. That would be nice. So
No,
it-
but it's apparently like it's even if this was real, it's the tiny kind. Like I have a similar one, but for Char from Mobile Suit Gundam, I got from a gacha machine.
And it's only $3. So
Mhm.
why not?
Oh, also, I like the surprise has a little Hideki Kamiya, the silhouette.
wait, seriously? I didn't notice that.
Yeah, you look at the image on Twitter. Bottom right, it says surprise, and it has a silhouette of a figure with a question mark. That's Hideki Kamiya.
Good God, I just noticed.
Those shades can only belong to one man, and his name is Hideki Kamiya.
Okay, I'm putting this as funny.
Oh yeah, that is straight
Yeah,
up
it's
funny.
definitely-
That is,
Good joke, this one. Good joke. Playing against. Now, this is a not good joke. EV coming to Tekken 7.
Oh.
Why not?
Why
Yeah,
not?
why not?
why not?
Not only the Photoshop looks bad, a very weird and large EV is attacking
Plush
Devil
doll.
Jin.
It's a plush doll.
Oh yeah, it's a plush doll. That's it.
Again, like yeah.
Dude, this can be
this is
real.
just-
They made
Yeah.
Pokken, a fighting game with Tekken, with Tekken
Pokemon,
style
yeah.
mechanics using Pokemon. They couldn't make it real.
It's not enough, guys. Gotta up your April Fool's Day.
No.
That's true.
Thankfully, producer of Tekken, Katsuhiro Harada, has a follow up to that joke down below. So this is the 12th,
Mhm.
the 12th on the list. So Harada certified as Bandai Namco's first professional gamer.
I mean, I feel like I don't know. Is Katsuhiro Harada like? Is he vocal? Because I feel the only reason the Platinum Games joke worked is that people know about the Platinum Games CEO from Nier Automata.
The answer is yes. And just look at the last part of the picture there. Harada says, I have a chance of winning. Of course, I do not cheat, but I will update the original game program itself for my victory.
Okay, that's
Did-
funny.
That's funny, but in context, it's funnier because there are rumors and no, there are murmurs lah, like people in jokes talking about, oh, Harada always making his favorite characters OP, something like that. So it sort of plays on that joke as well. So that
That
makes
would
it
be
funny.
funny with the Eevee one if they actually added it. Because Eevee is my favorite Pokemon, so it's in Tekken now, and I'm going to play him.
Yeah, that would make a better joke if those two combine. Yeah, I agree. For me, this is what the pro gamer joke is funny, but I can see people not getting it.
Mm.
Mhm.
But this one is totally easy. The 14, the 13 on the list. CD Project Red or CD Projekt Red. I think I got it correct. I don't know.
See the project.
Yeah.
Is they are hiring a designer of game environments.
That just sounds like a job listing.
It sounds like a job listing, but look at the
Oh.
just look at the Twitter post and you'll get it.
Yeah,
Also-
I'm looking at it to the post like, yeah, it's a cute dog, but I mean,
TOGE.
Doge.
Oh shit! Oh man, so mad.
I mean,
The acronyms of designer of game environments is DOGE. That's the
I
joke.
know, I know that's a joke. It's just.
No, just putting
It's a low
context into
hanging
the
project.
podcast.
Okay, so one don't find it funny, but I guess the rest got it.
I find it wholesome. I find it wholesome.
No,
It's a cute dog, though. It's cute. Again, could have gone all the way. Could have like just like dogified all the CD Project Red. Like have that icon be the dog. Have everything be the dog. You know.
okay, the next one, the 40. Wait, the video is not here. No,
Yeah, sadly.
It's called
I've seen the
no.
Dog.
video. I've seen the video though.
I
I've
need
seen the
people.
video and I find
No,
it funny.
okay. So basically, just to explain, the next entry on the list is hashtag GPU rescue by Corsair. To some,
Mhm.
basically, is a campaign. Is a
Save
campaign
our
PSA.
GPUs.
Save them from the miner mining industry. Hold on, I need to find somewhere that might have this video. So it's basically just a dig on the current cryptocurrency boom, where GPUs are being bought but not for games but for cryptocurrency mining, and
Mhm.
they done
The
it in
only,
a PSA kind of way.
the only reason Corsair is doing that joke is because they are not manufacturing GPUs. If they're manufacturing GPU, they won't do it.
Oh, they don't make GPUs. Oh, okay, that's another
That's
thing.
the reason.
Okay,
If
Okay,
they're
then,
like
then,
Asus
then
or
that's
something,
genuinely
they won't.
funny.
that's why they can get
Then-
away.
Yeah, that's why they can get away with it because
Alright.
they're not doing it.
That's actually funny. Yeah, that's
I put the links there for your pleasure.
so. Uh, are we still gonna talk about that, or should we go to the next one? Because I have a bone to pick with this one.
You guys can watch that good joke while one picks a bone on the next one, which is
Okay, so the next one is Pokemon Go graphics. They basically replace the when you open your Pokemon list with the Pokemon sprites, like from the Game Boy Advance era games. Which I'm filing this under just make it real because it actually looks good. Those are some
Nostalgia.
gorgeous.
Nostalgia.
No, because the Pokemon sprites actually look really good. Like they hold up really well. Now here's what my bone to pick is: all the fucking articles that say, "Oh, it's 8-bit sprites." Those are not 8-bit. 8-bit does not look that good. All you people jerking off to 8-bit graphics have never seen 8-bit graphics. They look like ass. Look up Atari ET. That is 8-bit. What most people call 8-bit are actually 64-bit or 16-bit in some extreme cases. Pokemon is definitely not 8-bit by the fact that you can see curves. God damn it, people. I hate
the
I
question
hate
now.
the 8-bit crowd.
The question I have now is this thing like real? Did they actually deploy this thing? Because the sound from the article here up there, they has like the update section, right? Where it say although the 8-bit graphics are just a prank, we'll be keeping them live until April 7th. So it
So I
is.
guess it is.
I mean, if it's until April 7th, then I guess they're removing it after that. But I hope they just keep it because, like I said, it looks good. And, for people like me who have played Pokemon for more than half their lives, like, it's nice to feel remembered, Being like, hey, here's graphics from the game that you really liked.
Interesting though, because Pokemon Go started from an April Fool's prank by Google.
Yeah, that is true. That is true. It's their tradition. They have to do it now. They have to.
What comes around goes around. So, okay. Again, this will be a few jokes that some of them are real, I think, but they have all a recurring theme. So starting with number 16, Cuisine Royale.
What the fuck?
And apparently this was real. This was a real thing. So it's basically this game called Enlisted. This game called Enlisted, they make a limited time event called Cuisine Royale, where all of the characters in there wear basically kitchen appliances on top of their heads as their armor. And the what you say, the news piece here is actually interesting. Like, oh, we have the most honest system for loot boxes. For the first
Yeah,
time in the
that's
history of KTF, free loot boxes.
Ouch.
Here's the thing. I will rate this funny just because I know that the devs for PUBG are probably like really mad about this.
Yeah, because they use the same font, the same promotional
They
kind
get
of.
mad. They get mad if you make a battle royale game. They get extra mad if you do it while making fun of PUBG.
Because they think they're the ones who come up with the battle royale concept in the first place. Ha
Yeah,
ha ha
they think they own it. That's the problem. That's
ha. I know.
mhm.
And the best way
Yeah.
is because they actually make a real thing to be a joke to promote a real thing. Because enlisted here is actually in beta of some sort, and to so basically the joke here, by making this joke, it boosted up the game. Because before that I haven't heard of enlisted. Have you guys heard it?
Yeah. No.
Nope.
Nope.
You know what would be cool though? Like, because Cuisine Royale sounds like such a bad name because there's nothing to do with cooking in this game. What would be great, like, if they made an actual Cuisine Royale game? It's a battle royale game.
Shokugeki no Soma.
You
Ah,
have
real.
to, you have to like kill each other to fight over ingredients, and then you have to make a dish, and then at the end, Iron Chef style, like you have to present the dishes.
Iron Chef style cooking beat 'em up game is totally exists. You just cannot beat the other opponent. That game
Yeah.
is called Battle Chef Brigade.
I was about to say that.
Ah,
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that game exists.
it looks good.
It looks good.
Hmm.
Looks good.
Eh.
Looks good.
Okay, so the next of the Battle Royale here is
Oh,
Total War Battle Royale.
a lot of people, and they're all taking a jab at Battle Royale. To me, it's instant funny because I have a really big bone to pick with Battle Royale.
No, of all
Yeah.
things, the games that this game which have like hundreds of military units battling it out as a battle
What?
royale game. That's just a silly concept that I don't know. I find it a bit funny, but I'm not sure if it actually can work as something real. So I'm not sure.
Maybe you're like a battle royale god or something. Like you control over the field. Something like the armor mode.
Mm. I have to admit, the only time I'm actually good at a Battle Royale game is back in Minecraft.
There was a
Minecraft
Minecraft
Hunger
battle royale.
Games. Minecraft Hunger Games exist way before all these things does.
Yeah. I remember
The
that.
OG Battle Royale.
The OG Battle Royale. But nobody mentioned it. Only a couple, but like still,
At first
nobody
it
mentioned
was
it.
like you had to download it. It was like a mod essentially.
No, it's not a mod. It's just a server.
Yeah, it's a server. Yeah,
Custom
that's
script, everything.
yeah.
You don't have to download anything. You just join the server and boom, you're in Hunger Games.
Can like I'm just gonna like mix it all up since it's all battle royale stuff. Here's say Halo battle royale that actually sounds like that would sound pretty cool because Halo has cool guns.
It should work, man.
Mm.
I wanted this to be real actually.
I mean, it might be real because God knows Microsoft doesn't really care about Halo. They need something to push console sales.
Oh,
They need new cash cow.
They need a cash cow. But yeah, because Halo has cool guns and the old Halo games had cool mechanics for their time. You know, make a good battle royale game. Do it.
a new Warzone
Plus
simulation titled Range, Ordnance, Yield, Assault, and Local Engagement, aka Battle Royale. They make an acronym of Royale, so I give him points for that.
That's
Okay.
good job. Good job. But yeah, and plus Halo has like the whole overshield system. Like that would make for really aggressive play.
Halo
Just saying.
Battle Royale can be a thing.
Yeah, it's
It
not
can
funny
be a
because
thing.
that I would legitimately want Halo Battle Royale.
Okay, now I think this should be funny because there's already a Cyberpunk 2077 review thread on Reddit.
Oh, cool.
I gotta see this. Gotta see this.
Yeah. The game that hasn't been out yet, in case you didn't know, if you didn't get the joke, has already a review trend. So, guys, pick some of the juiciest quotes in there.
Platforms: PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox One, Xbox 2, and PC.
Xbox
2021.
There's the reviews. Happy Centaur Gaming. Critic score: buy 2 copies.
Ars Technica.
Oh,
if
God.
you have a PS4,
Technica.
Ours with an E.
S Technica.
Ars Technica.
Too real, man.
Basically S.
Too real.
If you have a PS4, Xbox One, or PC, get this game. If you don't have a PS4, Xbox One, or PC, get one, then get this game.
A lot of these just sound like generic reviews, which is kind of. Oh, I see one was keywords I care about. Cyberpunk honors much of what makes other RPGs great. Plus, it adds plenty of its own flavor to the RPGs too, thanks to its sexing mechanic. Cyberpunk can keep you busy for hours if you want to. The gameplay to come out. Okay, no, never mind. It's a generic. Yeah, most of these reviews are just kind of like, eh.
Okay, so one of them is gold, but you need to know the context. So, this is by Tiny Bomb. The writer is Dan Gogut. The soul of Cyberpunk 2077 is alive and well in the shooter's surreal and vibrant new adventure. So this is a parody from Giant Bomb's Dan Reichert, who did a few of reviews with the word alive and well, surreal and vibrant. I totally get that joke.
So it's like a signature review word, something.
Basically, yeah. You can see, oh, this is a Dan Reichert review. So this is basically that joke lah. So the Sex
Yeah.
Exist, San Andreas Gamer.
One of the reviews' name is called Game Loot Box.
There's also
God.
the Gymquisition, but GYM.
Oh, the gym. The gym.
They should call it Stardust or something. Yeah.
And he gave it a 7 out of 10 because everyone else gave it 10 out of 10. That's a
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. If you know Jim very well, you will get that joke.
There's also PC Gamer. The writer is Christopher Deadstan, which is a parody on Christopher Livingston.
Man, this is a very like niche. This is a very long and niche joke.
Uneasy Allies. Game Former. WTF Tech. The
Okay,
cool
so the next one is
Alright.
San Andreas Gamer.
the next one is Gatai Games, Muffled Warfare.
The problem
A
is,
take on sound-based game genre.
the problem with this is actually a real announcement. This is a real game. Announced on April Fools, and you will not get. You would feel like this is some sort of a joke if you've played or you've seen the studio's previous effort, which is Stifled, which is a VR game or a PS4 game, which you only see what you hear, echolocation. So now
That's actually pretty cool.
so now you have guns using echolocation.
Ooh, that's actually really cool because I assume that the screen would like flash when you use the gun for that.
It's
Because, you know-
supposedly be like that.
Yeah, that is actually a legitimately good game. I feel like this isn't even in April. Yeah.
Hashtag not a joke. Hashtag not a joke.
Hashtag not a joke. Hashtag not fake news. So
Mm.
yeah. Okay, the next one on this list is funny. It's like this is what I mean by when you have a corporate, like when you're making it about your game, like your joke should be based on something about the game. Like you should be making fun of your own game. So the next one is Need for Speed Traffic Jam.
I laughed so hard on this because it is so close to home.
LVP Simulator.
Seriously, even without the context, you get the joke. This is a very solid joke.
Boy, I can't wait to drive really fast cars in 20 kilometers per hour.
20. Why are you so optimistic? You will not touch
2
20.
kilometers per hour.
Yeah.
Your commies are on the traffic jams. You can see your racer cars over there, but it'll be stuck in traffic.
Oh, and then you have like the people trying to cut lanes and then making the jam noise.
And then you have bonus points for going through the emergency lane.
Set.
You pre-order, you get the motorcycle DLC.
Oh,
Break enough traffic lane
Progress
rules and then you
boost.
see a police behind, just chasing after you, but in traffic jam. Or people just making way for the police and it slowly
Oh
comes.
yeah, that's it. That's it. If you buy the collector's edition, you get the ambulance, so you can pasang your siren. But no one wants to give you way, so you're still stuck. We just made a better joke than EA, so that's
That's the
you're
basis of a
welcome.
good joke.
EA.
You get a better joke when we keep on riffing on it. This is funny. This is funny. And next, we are now 22, almost done. Loot boxes in Loot Mesa, which is not Loot Mesa, Black Mesa, a fan-made remake of the first Half-Life game.
Yeah. I feel like it's too likely to actually happen for it to be a joke.
It's not fun enough, and also they stick in a battle royale as well in the press release.
I like the last picture, Last Freeman standing.
Last
Yeah,
Freeman
that's
Stanley.
cool. That's a cool name, but yeah.
The name's cool, but it's a played out joke already.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, nah, silly fake news. So how about this? Loot boxes in Kingdom Come Deliverance.
Again, it's too likely to happen, you know.
It's a single player game.
Anan, comments? You familiar
Never
with this?
stop the Mordor people. Yep.
Patch 1.5 is going to add loot boxes and horse skins to Kingdom Come Deliverance. We believe services which include optional digital monetization, when done properly, can provide a very important element of choice, which can extend and enhance the experience in our games. Hashtag Warhorse. Wow horse. Trademark. And a
For
very...
giving player choice and player options. We're in loot boxes.
Again, yeah, it's not funny because games actually do that. So
But I
You're
don't
getting
think...
away with this shit.
Even the replies, people say like, they already showed a disappointment.
yeah.
And then there's that someone who has to say, check the date. It's a joke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, if you have to do that, then it's probably not great. Again, you can make loot box jokes. Just make it funny. Like, make it actually funny. Like, oh yeah, we've decided you get the game in random parts in loot boxes. You have to get the next chapter in a loot box. If you get chapter 4, but you need chapter 3, you can't play chapter 4. Like that would be, again, even that's not really funny. But at least it's a bit more playful. This just sounds like it might be real.
And you have a 0.00005% chance of unlocking Half-Life 3.
Or GN, either or. We were talking about GN before the podcast. Man,
Alright, so that's a no then. Okay, next one should be a bit more lighthearted. Rocket League has a big head mode. Basically a big hats mode.
Oh god.
They say that it's an experimental ambiguous mode that was stuck on April 1st. So it's an unnecessary bug.
I mean, yeah, that's just PR talk, but yeah. I mean, why not just make it permanent? Sound like Rocket League is a fun enough game that people would want that. Want big hats for the cars.
Yeah.
The silence is amazing. It's just like
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because now you need to watch the second last.
yeah.
Just watch the video. Just watch the video.
Far Cry 5, Toy for Dog.
Even though it's not funny, it should be a good, wholesome video for you guys. So basically,
Okay.
Far Cry 5 This is a joke about Far Cry 5 toy for dogs. And if you guys are watching
Yeah, I'm
it as
watching it.
well,
Um,
you can see that someone is playing the game with his good boy at the side, and then the good boy saw his owner playing that video game and saw the other good boy, Boomer, bringing a gun to the player. And now he wants to have a go too. What do you do? What do you do?
God.
Squeaky RC. No, RC AC.
So basically
Okay,
it's
this
a
is
chewy toy for your dog shaped like a gun. So you can have your own
Chewy
Boomer at your home.
Bodo, swear to God. The video just makes it so extra dramatic and stuff.
Gun
The
flash.
the delivery is 10 out of 10.
It's 10 out of 10.
play it like Boomer. That's
I'm
a
I'm
great.
I'm both funny and make it real, please.
Yeah, that should be real as well.
Again, someone's probably made it.
See, because like I want it real because then I can easily bring it to CF without having to buy another Nerf gun and then like spray paint it all. 'Cause, hey, it's a plush toy. I don't think anyone would mind if I bring like literally plush toy gun.
That's a good way to cosplay. That's for sure.
Mhm.
Okay, last but not least, the last joke on the list, the late entry, the number 26.
Oh yeah, so okay, preface before we talk about this. So I've been talking a lot about like effort and stuff for April Fool's joke, and that's the sole. There are two reasons why I put this on this list. First off is that the effort required to make this is a non-zero amount, like it's actually substantial. And secondly, is because the Gundam community, I love you guys, but you're also some of the biggest like sticks up the butts people ever. Like holy shit, Gundam fans can get salty because the Sunrise not only produces Gundam, but I think they also do Love Live or Idol Master, one of the two. And there's so many memes on this Gundam post on this Gundam page that I'm a part of, where people are like complaining, it's like, oh, people just watching Love Live now instead of like Gundam. It's like they're upset, like, dudes, chill out. So introducing the Gundam Fate Grand Order crossover. It's a video. You guys are gonna have to click that. It's just a video. I'll talk.
I've watched
while
it
you-
and it looks pretty well done. This non-zero amount.
Typical Japanese making effort for a joke. God damn it lah.
Too much effort for you.
It's so good
Yes.
to not be true.
I love the retro Gundam music and like the Fate characters fighting giant robots. It's
This is so good, man. This has to be real.
Japanese, come on.
I love it so much. This is so great. The animation is so fluid and so like they don't even like waste time with like details. Like they don't like try to pretend like it's real or anything. It's just like here's Gundam and Fate and watch all the fanboys cry.
Because they'll never get the game.
No, because we're making fun of Gundam. Like no, Gundam. It's fun to make fun of Gundam because fans like you make it fun to make fun of Gundam.
You know, there's another Japanese joke last year that got way that they put too much effort, and thankfully it's now a real thing. It was the Arika's mysterious fighting game, and now it has formed into Fighting EX Layer. People wanted it a lot because this is some of the old characters we like to see come back but haven't come back for like years, and now they make an April Fool's joke about it. This has to be real. This has to be real. People keep clamoring.
So is it just leftover characters from various games?
It was leftover characters from the Street Fighter EX series. So there were Street Fighter characters and original characters from Arika But now this new game, fighting
Yes,
EX Layer, just use the
Scalo.
leftover. Yeah, Scalomania's there.
Yeah, that's his name, Scalomania. So I knew that's
Scalomania,
better.
Scalodream.
I love him so much. I love the scarf.
Yeah,
Red scarves make every character cool.
his comeback makes people cry. All right.
You know what they should add in this game? The mocap character from Mortal Kombat. There's a character who's just a dude in a mocap suit. That needs to be added.
Dude in a mocap suit. I think that was a real thing in Mortal Kombat. In
Yeah, it
Modern.
was. That's what I'm saying.
Hey.
They need to add it to fighting EX Layer. Or like this, he just needs to come back essentially.
Yeah, mocap character should be coming back.
I'm
And
trying to find his name. Oh yeah, his name is Mocap. Yeah, Mokap. Yeah, that's his.
of course it's a key. Of course. So
yeah,
there you go.
just-
That's a long
That's-
list of April Fool's jokes. That some of them are funny, some of them that we wish just to be real.
Mhm.
There's a lot of this.
So here's your rules for next year, corporations. If you're gonna make fun of something like that's a trend, go all the way. No more just an article. We're gonna make it. No, you make the fucking game. You go all the way. It's not enough to say you're gonna do it because everyone says they're going to. And yeah, general effort, please make April Fools funny again.
Make April Fool's funny again 2019. So
Put it on a shirt.
put it on the sheet.
Yeah.
You know guys, we 5 minutes shy to the 2 hour mark.
I think news can take a break this week.
I think we can end it here. If you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we have a guest here.
I think
We don't.
I think we killed Aiman by mistake.
Nope, I'm still here.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Okay. Someone push revive. Someone push F on him. Uh,
I have revived.
but there you go, guys.
Heroes never die.
But
man,
get
that's
nerf.
We can't do that anymore. That's nerf now.
Heroes
The mind
never
is
die,
a
but you can get
metaphor.
nerf.
You need to get one. You need to have 1.75 seconds of pressing E just for me to get up again. So
That'd be great if just like the new revive animation for Mercy is just like, you know, in all those co-op games where you revive a player, it was just that. Like it's her just pulling out like needles and stuff, and you have the bar filling up like Left 4 Dead. That'd be great.
no. I'd rather if they just put like press E and then you literally see like a loading time for each for resource actually start resing. A small little bar to fill up E. Resing, ding.
Oh.
Yeah. I think they should like add a small and something. I don't know.
I haven't played Overwatch in so long that wasn't in the game yet when I last played Overwatch.
Now the real question is, what have you guys been doing for April Fools? Have you ever April Fooled yourself? Made a post about it? Or just another day?
I feel like my life is an April Fool's joke. So
Maybe we should start thinking of a good joke if we can.
nah,
Next
we're
year?
not important enough to do it. Like
Same.
we are the media. We should not be doing April Fool's jokes.
No, I mean we are a joke already, right?
Yeah, this podcast is an April Fool's joke. This is
Well, if you want my one, where do I put it? Do I put it in Discord? I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, you did a I remember
I
your joke.
did.
I remember your joke, Aiman. Yes. Put it on Discord. So if you guys don't know, Aiman also pull a prank for himself as well. In case you didn't get it yet, Aiman is a streamer, a regular
I'm a
streamer on
YouTuber.
Twitch and
Yeah.
Woof. Where's the link?
yeah. It's
I put it in Game Layer,
the
the Discord.
yeah. So
Is it
basically,
tweet, right?
yeah, basically, okay.
Hmm.
Who just like jumped in and out of the thing. No, basically what Aiman said was he made a post talking about how he would only speak Malay and only play Mobile Legends and Fortnite.
You'll get the views though.
Yeah, you get jokes
definitely.
on you. You'll actually be successful.
Yeah.
People want it to be real though.
Yeah, but
Aduh.
here's the problem, right? I have unlucky streaks of trending games being the games that I don't want to play.
Yeah,
Like-
that's why I never got into streaming. Just like I don't want to play PUBG and
That's why you only see me play like any games that I want to play because, and even though they're not trending, I don't care. I want to play these games. Because I swear to God, every single game that became trending, they're not my type of game.
yeah, because the games that people like to watch on stream are like a very specific type of game. They're games where like you can show that you're better than other people, so they're usually competitive, and then there's
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's like in Overwatch, if you are below diamond, people say like you're trash and you shouldn't stream. That's the amount of skill you need for like competitive streaming.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I
I
bought
can't
this.
even casual stream.
I got this
Overwatch
game
on Twitch.
once on Humble Bundle. It was called Planetary Annihilation. It's like a weird RTS kind of game. And I thought like, oh yeah, I'll just stream it because it's this dumb game. And someone was talking to me about strats in the chat. They're like, oh, I see you're going with the rushing this unit. I'm like, dude, do not talk to me like this game. This is a serious game. This is.
Mm.
I
I'm
heard
literally
that-
just like, this is the cool looking robot, and I'm just gonna make as many of them as possible and throw it at shit.
That's basically me when I play Undertale that one time, and the guy is like, "Are you going for this route or that route?"
Yeah, I had the same thing. I had the same thing when I streamed Undertale like many years ago. It's like, are you going for this route? I'm like,
I was like, "What?"
I'm just killing whoever pisses me off, and
And they're like, "No, but then you'll miss the true ending." And I'm like, "Fuck off! Let me play the game. Thank you."
here's a hint. I don't care about the true ending. You're not
I'll
gonna get
eventually
me.
find it out on YouTube, but let me enjoy the game as how I want to enjoy it. But I ended up just giving up to their desires and replay the
Yeah.
game just for the true ending.
Hashtag sellout. Hashtag the ENG is a sellout.
No, I was basically bored. I had
Hashtag
nothing to do,
sellout.
and I was like,
No.
Play it
You're a
again.
sellout now.
"Okay,
Sellout.
fine."
Exposed. Only here in dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And suffice to say, this was a long one. And we have to cut a few segments.
Mhm.
And
Just don't cut out the grab segment so that we can use that as a thumbnail.
though, which one? Should I just put your tweet on that? No?
I don't know.
Oh,
Whatever you want.
I mean, how can we top last episode? I
Yeah,
Photoshop a
what?
space marine and a warlock wearing an apron in the main cafe just for that thumbnail.
No man, I feel like we have to go. We have to honor our special guest this week. We have to act like one of his thumbnails and just like badly Photoshop heads onto things.
If you want, you can use this one and just Photoshop your heads because I have this.
No.
No, this is for
Oh.
Matt. This is for Matt.
Yo, this is good stuff, yo. I'm seeing a picture of Aiman being photoshopped here, and you will be seeing it on the thumbnail. But I'll be replacing the word Far Cry 5 with Grab.
That's good. That's good.
And probably somewhere there's a tweet from Wam that criticized Grab.
Just use my thumbnail and
This is
just
good.
use my icon and yeah, you can stick that wherever you want.
And from like
Oh, replace the American flag with Grab. Yeah, replace the American flag with Grab.
we go from I don't know what kind of topic that I want to put a thumbnail to. Yeah, we have a good one now from 0 to 10. 0 to 6 very quick. And this is why you need to listen to the end of dia.log, the Gamer Matters podcast. And there you go. We are now at the end of the episode. So
let's let our guest chill himself first so that he can go and sell out or whatever he is doing.
yeah,
Aiman, what do you do?
What do I do? What?
yeah, promote yourself.
What-
Link, social media, stuff.
Penis eyes.
Okay, go subscribe to Mr. Samurai Plays on Twitter and on
Huh? On Twitter?
on Twitch. Sorry, on Twitch and YouTube, because like he doesn't have enough, and he's a good guy. I've been roasting him
Oh,
too many times. I feel like I need to actually even up my
Screw
bad
you for
karma.
being so altruistic.
Can you repeat that? Mr. Samurai Plays.
Mr. Samurai Plays. That's MrSamurai Plays.
Alright. How about your link, Simon? Could you share?
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, sure. Yeah, go check out my links too. The AimGames. Stupid name. Yeah, you can check me out on YouTube. You can check me out on Twitch. It's literally the AimGames. Just don't go at me on Steam now because it's the same thing too.
No man, add him on Steam, send him all the messages.
No, please.
Boy.
Especially if he's on stream. Just constantly barrage him in messages.
I actually had that happen one time on stream. I told him that I'm
admit,
streaming.
I did that once many years ago. Pro Jared was streaming TF2, so I joined his game and just like waved at him.
That's a wholesome way to stream snipe someone. Okay, the rest of the panel. Promote yourself. Starting with Wam.
Hello, I do the art thing and I draw. I've been drawing a lot of Transformers this month. I have a Patreon if you want to give me money or a coffee. It's Wamiral on everything, Wamiral, except for Facebook because Facebook's a butt. Follow me on Facebook, Cruise Crusader Wamiral. I'm not going to any conventions as of yet. I'm going to be at TAGCC, but not as an artist, as a dude with a camera taking photos of shit. So yeah, follow me at Wamiral, Twitter, Patreon, and coffee. Yeah, give me money. I just found out that Dark Souls, the board game, is purchasable, and it's like $500. So give me money.
Oh, Dark Souls the board game. That's a good one. No wonder you asking money.
Yeah, man.
Okay, next, Dana.
Hi, you can follow me on Twitter at Flaky FL4KY, and this week is the Bahrain Grand Prix for Formula One.
Woo,
Do join me.
It's a reminder I have to mute Daniel this week on
If you don't like F1, just mute me for at least until Monday.
And Anan?
Okay, you can find me on Facebook, Zulhanan Heidi. So you can talk with me about Watch League, maybe about tech, or maybe if you're a master student, you can talk to me about your research because I'm doing full-time masters now. Just fucking
Yeah.
boring. Oh shit.
And then he'll
Pretty much.
Why did I do this?
Also, we didn't know if Anan was gonna be on the podcast this week, so we had to set up a graphics card under a cardboard box with a stick. So if you need to get Anan, that's what you do. Just put the graphics.
preferably
Just pray to the graphics card god that I will come.
preferably a 1080 Ti, or if better, Titan V or Titan XP now is latest.
Titan V.
I
Titan
mean,
V.
when your bait is more expensive than what you're trying to catch, then your trap sucks.
Good bit, good bit. And last but not least, you can find your lovely host Amirul Mekronos Ashraf everywhere as Mekronos Meckronos on Twitter, Facebook. Try don't find me on Facebook. Instagram, stuff like that. Everywhere is there. Want my name there. And there you go. Thank you for listening until the end. See you on the next episode. And until then, have a good one. Toodles!
Bye.
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 Go fuck yourself.
I mean, figuratively.
Masturbating is essentially fucking yourself.
That's a good way to end. That's a good way to bookend.